Everyone, welcome to Gmail tutorials. In this video we are going to see the options that help us customize the way we write an email in Gmail or in our Google account. So basically, whenever we are writing a email, then there are a bunch of options that are provided to us. Like if we make any spelling mistake, then there is an autocorrect feature. If we make any punctuation error, if we make any grammatical mistake, or if we make any kind of mistake, then Gmail provides us this feature wherein it suggests us some things. Sometimes it also suggests us the text that could be there. This is known as Smart Compose. So all these options that are provided to us by Gmail are actually a part of some of the general settings that are configured. So we will be seeing those settings and trying to understand how this whole thing works. So without any further ado, let us just dive right into the topic. Here is a general settings option that is provided to us once we go to Gmail. Click on this cork button on the top right corner and go to see all settings. The first setting that we got is a grammar setting. So if you want Gmail to give you grammar suggestions, then keep this setting as on. Next we have is the spelling setting. So if you want spelling suggestions, if you have made any mistake, which is very common to happen and very essential if you are using in a professional manner, so always keep these spelling suggestions on. Now these are all the default options, default values that we are getting in the general settings. In case you want to change them, which is obviously not recommended, but in case you want to change them, you can definitely change them to their counterpart values and click on save changes to save those changes. Okay. Next we have is the autocorrect feature, which is also enabled. Next we have is the Smart Compose. So this is a very important feature. As we can see that it says predictive writing suggestions appear as you compose an email. So if you are writing "we are glad," so automatically it would suggest "to inform you," because this is a general statement that would follow. If you want to use it, you can use it. Otherwise you can just type in your own. So it is good to have a suggestion like this. That is why Smart Compose is a very acclaimed feature of Gmail. By default it is on. If you do not want it, you can of course turn it off. Next is Smart Compose Personalization. So what is the difference between Smart Compose and Smart Compose Personalization? Smart Compose as a normal actually features the general grammatical rules, the general sentences that are spoken all over the world. But your speaking style, your particular way of writing emails can be different. So Smart Compose Personalization, what it does is it analyzes your email writing throughout all the emails that you have sent up till now, and on the basis of that it creates a personalized list for you. So here the artificial intelligence is into play. It recognizes the text and accordingly predicts the move that you are about to make. So it is actually a very important feature because it can predict the way how you are gonna think. So obviously it's on by default. If you want to turn it off, then personalization you can turn it off. Next we have experimental access. So what is it? It is actually an early access to the features that Google is still trying to develop. So if there are any such features, these are indicated by this symbol, and you would be given these features to test on your Gmail account. Those features you can test, provide feedback to Google, and according to your feedback and millions of others' feedback all around the globe, Google will either roll out those features for all the consumers or will shut it down. So this is the experimental access, which is by default not enabled. If you want to try and test new features, you can of course enable it. Next we have is the conversation view. So emails of the same topic are grouped together like a conversation so that it is easier for you to organize the emails and revisit them at any time. Next we have nudges. So what is this? Basically what happens is, suppose you have received an email that Google AI recognizes as important, and it asks you to reply to that email, but you have forgotten or you have not decided to reply to it. So what will happen is, these emails would appear at the top of your inbox and Google will nudge you to reply to that particular email. Similarly, if you have sent some email but you haven't received a reply, Google will ask you or nudge you to send a follow-up email, so that you can actually send a follow-up and probably get a reply over there. So these two options are by default enabled, but if you want, you can just disable them. Next we have smart reply. So smart reply is basically suggested replies. If you have received any particular email in a conversation manner, if you want to reply to it, so Google will suggest some of the smart replies or the replies. This is related to Smart Compose only, but in Smart Compose it suggests you a part of the email. In Smart Reply it suggests you the whole text. Smart features and personalization. So it is basically the features such as Smart Compose, Smart Reply, and many other features related to personalization that Google provides you. If you want to turn off all these features, you can do that in one go using this particular option. Next we have smart features and personalization in other Google products. So this smart features and personalization option is only for the Google account or the Gmail service. This is for all the other services or the products that Google provides us. So if you want to disable them, that also you can do from here only. Next is the desktop notifications. If you want desktop notifications, you can enable them. You can send the notification sound over here as well. Next is the stars. So what happens is, you can just select the stars, like if you are marking any email as important, then you can just select the star for that particular email. So 1 star is this yellow. If you just click on 4 stars, so this is the blue one, and all stars, so all of them would be in use. So only 1 star is in use, this one is in use. If you just select 4 stars, then there would be 4 levels of importance in the emails, like red bank, green check, blue star, and yellow star. But 1 star is good enough for us, so let's just go with it. Keyboard shortcuts. If you want keyboard shortcuts to be there while you are creating emails or assist you over there, you can just toggle it on. Next we have is the button labels. So just like this, we have these buttons as well, icons also: start, snoozed, send, drafts, list, and inbox. And the compose, we have this pencil icon. Do you want that or do not want that? Next we have is my picture, which is basically your profile picture that you can change from here. Create contacts for autocomplete. So basically, whenever you send an email to any of the email addresses, do you want them to be added to your contact book or not? So by default this option is yes, add to the contacts. Otherwise you can choose I'll add the contacts myself. If I want, I will add them, otherwise I won't. So the option, the first option that automatically adds the contacts, actually enables you to again revisit those contacts very easily once you are resending the email to them. Next we have is the signature, and these options are actually not very used. Like if you want to go to a vacation, you can just use a vacation responder, select a date starting to end, and that particular email would be sent to everyone who is trying to contact you that I'm on a vacation or something like that. So this we can just select. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.